Hey you guys, I hope you're all having a great weekend. Gosh, over the last few days, my channel has grown and I just want to say thank you so much for being here and engaging and trying to find answers to all of these cases that have been developing lately. Today, I want to talk about Caleb Harris. I have posted a few videos about him, but he is still missing and it's time to dive a little deeper into what happened with him. A family member has done an interview with his family with all the details you need to know so far in this case. So go ahead and take a listen. Please share your thoughts in the comments, what you think is going on, and let's try to help find Caleb.
Caleb, we love you. We've raised you. We cherish you. Fight with everything you have. You know, remember Scripture. God will reveal Scripture to you, and you know that Scripture. Come home. Just come home, because you've got so many people that love you, and we just want to see you. We want to go fishing. Just come home. Fight hard. Come home. We love you.
So Caleb is in his third year at at&m Corpus Christi, and he loves to fish and he loves to plan things with his roommates for the week. And he was fishing with a couple of his buddies that Sunday afternoon, and went home and they had dinner, and they had a new dog, or his roommate got a new dog, and they were playing with them and shooting videos of him outside and just having a good time, just like a typical 21-year-old boy would do. And he was last seen or heard from about 2:45 in the morning, and we have a last ping on his phone just after 3, right in that area. And his roommate called me the next day, that Monday, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and had already called the campus police and called the Corpus Christi police, and was at the end where they finally contacted his parents. And so about 3 o'clock he called me and let me know that Caleb was missing.
We had been texting the night before, different stuff about fishing and fishing the next day. So when I got the call, it was pretty gut-wrenching, like, yeah, there is something wrong. And so I immediately went to Corpus, and as soon as I got there, the roommates had the police officer that was meeting with them, had his information, and that's when, you know, he felt like this is not normal. This is a different situation where, you know, Caleb disappeared, vanished, and so it was elevated at that point to a missing persons.
Right away we knew that we needed to find some clues as to where Caleb was, and so we started looking at everybody that had snapped him or texted him or had talked to him, and we came up with that we knew that he was fishing that afternoon, Sunday afternoon, and then by like 11 o'clock or so he was talking to his friend from New Braunfels Christian Academy that lives in Colorado. And then after that, he was with his friends about 1 o'clock, and we have some footage of him with one of his roommates and one of his friends playing with the dog in the parking lot. previous to that, he had texted a picture to me, to Randy, and to my brother of the dog. So as we were trying to solve the puzzle of at what point did Caleb leave the apartment, we determined that the latest communication via technology was to my daughter, and it was a picture of the puppy at about 2:45 in the morning. We know his phone pinged at a little after 3, but we're not sure exactly where he was or if he had contacted anybody with that ping.
Phone actually quit working at 2:58, but there were some,
That's right.
after getting a subpoena with at&t, we found that there was a couple other something pinging on the phone after that. Having the information from at&t, the initial location was not accurate. Once we got some better technology, they were able to narrow it down to another location within a square. That's where they felt like the phone actually was at some point. So many things that just don't add up, especially at 3 in the morning. You know, not uncommon. You know, when he was working at the movie theater, you know, he'd get in at 2 o'clock in the morning. You know, that's and you'll, as I've been there now, that apartment complex is kind of busy because kids are working, they're doing, you know, they're going to school, they're working out at night or whatever. But he was planning a lot of stuff. It wasn't like he wasn't going anywhere. I mean, he was planning stuff. So that's what is odd about the whole case. Mm-hmm. As far as what we're doing now and going forward, we're obviously depending upon the authorities, which we have. It is known now that the FBI, the U.S. Marshals, and the Texas Rangers are involved, or DPS, Texas Rangers are involved. We have another group of retired and current FBI, CIA people that are going to be kind of coming in and helping bridge some gaps maybe, and maybe thinking outside the box a little bit just to aid with the authorities, and they have a relationship with the authorities, so it's not somebody that's going to hinder the investigation. And then we are offering a reward that we just announced today for the safe return of Caleb, and we'll be putting that out all over social media, local news networks in San Antonio, New Braunfels, Corpus. San Antonio's embraced us as well because, you know, we're so close to San Antonio. Some of the investigation led to New Braunfels, led to San Antonio, where they came and interviewed people here and looked at phones and things like that. Not really a lead other than what was Caleb doing up to this point. Maybe there's something, you know, that we could glean from it, and that's still going on. You know, there's a lot of data, cyber data, that they're looking at from his laptop to the phone data. Anything that we can use to find another lead that they can go after.
We were really blessed that our church, one of the churches in our community, Oakwood, had a prayer service for Caleb, and some of Caleb's friends showed up and to pray, and then they immediately went to Corpus to help look. But they all surrounded Andy because they've kind of been the big brothers, along with her brother, and are protective of her just as well.
Yeah, it was just he just loves being with other friends, and he has some just incredible, you know, friends that he's very, very close to. Corpus has really come out to help us. I mean, the community there it's a smaller town. it is a city, but it's a smaller town, and we've had an immense amount of people locally that have come out and helped with searches. We've also had a lot of people from New Braunfels come out and help.
Just a community of believers that have reached out and have prayed for Caleb and have given us encouraging words, give us encouraging scripture, and that has been the drive to keep moving and the drive to find him.
Yes, so what we were doing is initially we did this as well within the apartment complex, within area businesses, looking at every business we could that has a ring camera or some type of security camera monitoring their business. A lot of them are monitored remotely, and so they've had to contact the security companies to get that information from them. But we really are reaching out to everybody to check your cameras, check the time frame between 2 and 4 in the morning. And they've written a lot of warrants, a lot of subpoenas. Obviously we have a judge down there that's right on top of it. So I think what we do now is continue keeping Caleb in the light. I mean, keeping him, he's out there. We feel like he's out there, and we're gonna get him back. We just gotta find him, and hopefully that he can, wherever he is, find his way back as well.